Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope that you all will be fine and good. Students, it's your science class and your science book is International Lower Secondary Science Book 1. And I am your teacher, Asma Safaraz. So, we start our lesson. Recite duas first. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allahumma faqqihna fid din. Okay, students, before starting the chapter, I just want to discuss different branches of science. You know that there are different branches of science. Their names are chemistry, physics, biology, earth sciences, and space sciences. So, today I am just going to discuss these three branches with you because in your science book you will see some chapters related to chemistry, some chapters related to physics, and few chapters related to biology. So, you should have division of these chapters. You should know what is biology, what is physics, and what is chemistry. Okay, chemistry. In chemistry, you study about matter. What is matter? It is solid, liquid, and gases. So, whenever you will study about the states of matter and you will study about the chemical reactions, so you will be studying chemistry. So, that chapter will be related to the chemistry part of the science. Okay, so whenever you will study about the forces and about the energies, you know what is force? Force is push and pull. So whenever you will study about different types of forces like magnetic force, push and pull, and whenever you will study about the energies like sound energy, electrical energy, then you will be studying of physics. Okay, similarly, when you will study about the living things, what are the living things? Animals and plants. So whenever you will study about the living things like plants, animals, and microorganisms, then you will be studying the biology. Okay, and that chapter will be related to biology. So student, I'm going to take a start of your class from chapter 3. So take out your science textbook and open page number 53. That is chapter number 3 about the plant's growth. I hope you all have opened your book. It's page number 53. Now come to the title. This chapter is about the plant's growth. And what are plants? Plants are living things. So this chapter 3 is related to biology. Okay. Now come to the page 54. Here we will study what do plants need to grow well. Okay, I will tell you the needs of the plants to grow well. Come to the first topic of your textbook. What do plants need to grow well? Okay, students, look at these two plants. Here you have to conduct an experiment. You will take two healthy plants, and what you will do? You will take a plant and you will place that plant in a proper sunlight, in a place that will have air and that will receive the sunlight. But to the second plant, you will place in a dark room where there will be no sunlight available to the plant. And you will observe both these plants for a week. You will water the plant that was placed in a sunlight, but you will not you will also to give water to this plant that was kept in the dark room, But this plant that was kept in the dark room will not be able to receive the sunlight. And what you will observe after a week, you will see that the leaves of the plant that was kept in the proper sunlight and was watered daily will grow healthy. But the plant that was kept in the dark will not be able to grow well. Its leaf will start drying and they will look died. So the plant that was cared by you, that was placed in the proper sunlight and was watered daily, will grow healthy and tall. It will look fresh. Whereas the plant that was kept in the darkness will die off. So, what did you get? It's mean the sunlight is very necessary for the plant to grow. What we got it? We learned that sunlight is the most important thing for the plant to grow and to make its food. Okay? Now the question arises that can we make our food when we stand under the sunlight? Think about it. If I allow you to stand in the sunlight for few hours, will you be able to make your own food by standing in the sunlight? Because I told you that when the plants are placed in the proper sunlight and watered daily, they grow well because they make their own food. So the same question will arise in a student's mind. Now come to your textbook page number 55 and see. Here is a boy who thought that if plants are able to make their food when they are placed in the sunlight, so I should also make my food when I will stand in the sunlight, because I also take water and I also receive gases from the environment. I can inhale oxygen gas from the environment. So I should also make my food in my body by standing in the sunlight. So after some time, the boy was very much tired and he was not able to make its own food. He got red. So, plants, why this human being or this boy is not able to make its own food? It means there is something special in the plant that helps it to make its own food. Okay, plants have the chlorophyll. Okay, so plants are the only organism that are producers. Means from this observation, from this experiment, a boy learned that plants are the only things that are able to make its own food. So the plants are producers and plants are independent. Independent means they do not depend on any living thing to get its food. They can make their own food. Okay, but we learned that plants are the producers and plants are independent and they do not depend on any living things for their food. Okay, now read it. Only plants are the living things that can make their own food. Secondly, all other living things, means animals and human beings, are dependent on the plants for their food. What we learned? We learned that plants are the producers. What are plants? Plants are producers. Producers means they can produce, they can make their own food. Okay? Whereas the other living things that are sharing the earth, like animals and human beings, are the dependent are dependent on plant for their food. Okay, now the question arises in the mind that what is special with the plant? Why plants are so special? What is the blessing of Allah Ta'ala that is given to the plant? What special thing is given to the plant? Think about it. What is the difference between the plants and the human beings? Why human beings are not able to make their food, but plants are able to make their food? Okay, you see that most of the plants are green in color. Okay, or most of the plants are green in color because they have one special thing in them. Do you know what it is? Yes, it is chlorophyll. What it is? Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a substance that is present in the plant that helps them to make food. Now, what is chlorophyll? I have told you that a green pigment that is present in the plant is called chlorophyll. And due to this pigment, plants look green because this pigment, this material is of green color. Have you ever touched the plant leaf? Yes, a plant leaf is green because of this green material that is called chlorophyll, and it is present in most of the plant's leaves. Okay, sometimes this chlorophyll is also present in the stem. For example, in case of the cactus stem is green in color. Okay, a cactus stem is green in color because it has stored its chlorophyll in the stem, and the stem of the cactus is able to carry out the photosynthesis. Okay, so what we learned, a chlorophyll is a special material that is only present in the plant, and this material enables the plant to make its own food. Okay, now what is the function of this chlorophyll? This chlorophyll is able to trap the sunlight. Okay, and where it is present? It is present, you can see in the picture that chlorophyll is present inside the cells of the leaf. Okay, you can easily remember it that chlorophyll is present inside the leaf cells. Okay, now what do plants need to grow well? There are four things that are needed by the plant to grow well to make its own food. Number one, the carbon dioxide gas that is obtained from the air, the water that we give to the plant, and this water is absorbed by the plant's roots. Roots absorb the water for the plant. Then the sunlight that is given to the plant because they are planted in the sunlight. The next thing is chlorophyll that is present in the leaves of the plant. The chlorophyll that is present inside the leaves of the plant. So these four things are used by the plant to make their own food, and this process is called photosynthesis. What is the process? Photosynthesis. Now revise it. Photosynthesis is a combination of two words. Photosynthesis is a combination of two words, photo and synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. So photosynthesis means in the presence of light, plants put their material together, they mix their material together to make its own food. Right? Now, a further explanation of the process of photosynthesis. In this process of photosynthesis, a plant uses the carbon dioxide gas from the air. It mixes it with water. When these two things are added together in the presence of light and chlorophyll, chlorophyll is very much necessary for the plant at this stage. Chlorophyll. So, in the presence of chlorophyll and light, plants mixes carbon dioxide gas and water together, and it makes its own food that is called sugar. Okay, a sugar is a food of the plant that is made by it. Oxygen gas is given out in this process. Okay, now revise it. The ingredients of the photosynthesis are number one, carbon dioxide, number two, water, Num- and the product of the photosynthesis are glucose and the oxygen. And what are the conditions? Conditions for photosynthesis are sunlight, means without sunlight, plant will not be able to carry out photosynthesis, and chlorophyll, the green pigment. Have you ever seen the plant's leaves that get yellow? They fall down because they don't have chlorophyll in them and they are not able to make their food. That's why they fall. Now, in Surah Al-An'am, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وهو الذي أنشأ جنات معروشات وغير معروشات والنخل والزروع مختلفا أكله والزيتون والرمان متشابها وغير متشابه. In this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that for it is who it is He who has brought into being gardens, both the cultivated one and those who are growing wild, and date palm and fields bearing multiform produce, and the olive tree and the pomegranate. All these are different from each other, but they receive the same things from the environment. You know, all the plants receive the same things from the environment: carbon dioxide gas, water. All the plants are watered, all the plants gets the sunlight, all the plants receive the same carbon dioxide, all the plants make the same food, that is sugar, all the plants give out oxygen gas, but all the fruits are different in colors, different in taste. So how it is? It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who enables the plants to produce so many different types of fruits. But all the plants are given the same ingredients, same things are given to the plants, but He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who made all the plants to produce different fruits with different tastes, with different colors. Okay, now I'm going to give you homework. First of all, in your neat science notebook of narrow line, you will write your name at the first page, grade 6, and subject science. You will not write section because when you will come in the school, we will tell you your section name. But now just write your grade and your subject and your name. Before starting your homework, you will write the index, you will write Bismillah, and you will write the date at this side. Okay, here in the slide it has misprinted, it is written over here, but you will write on the right side of your left side of your notebook, and on the right side you will write the day, that is Monday. Okay, today it is Monday. And after that you will write the chapter name, chapter number and chapter name, and then you will write the topic, and these are the short question answers. These 4 question answers will be done on your notebook. Okay, it's all about today's lesson. Now recite dua. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.